different up again, upper echelon. I get the stacking up, I'm untouchable. I get to represent money multiple. I'm at the top of the charts, unapproachable. Bread by the loaf, turbo the motor, tic-tac-toe, kill another vulture, selling up bows. Do yogas, I deserve rewards, serving these boulders. 100 grand large, when I shop, that's a total. Fill up the garage, I'm a mogul. Ain't no facade, ain't no fugazi. I jump it off, I get paid. Drop top rush, I'm going crazy. I push off, smoking on haze. Not trying to floss, Cartier shades. Can't get in the cup, gotta get paid. King in the streets, young nigga made. Spraying on the crowd, take it to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my is a star. Get rich, ready to take you to war. On your casket, shoot at your bra. Do you something nasty, roll you in a car.
Hi guys.
Get graphic, put me in a car. I get you a brand new roller tomorrow. I put that brand new roll on your arm. I ain't moving slow, but I'm still on arm. Tennis races and they came with the frost. Pure links all the way up to your jaw. You don't want no pressure. 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 You don't want no hopping that phone calls for.
Are you ready, Brad?
Brad
Are you ready,
is
Doreen?
ready. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Eastern Conference Finals. Welcome to UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. My name is Van McNeil.
And I'm Doreen Michaels.
And this is Brad Beach, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh,
Man,
my goodness. What a roller coaster to get here. But your Milwaukee Wave has done the job.
They did it. It seemed like it was impossible, and they did it.
Of course, it would be the arch-rival Kansas City Comets, huh?
Yeah, of course. But I think they're up for it. I think they're up for the challenge.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely up for the challenge. Eastern Conference Finals, game number 1. We need the noise in here, Doreen, don't we?
We do. We need the fans. We need you guys nice and loud today. I mean, okay.
I mean, that's... Is this thing on?
Think I could do better. Okay. Thank you in the back.
That's all right, people. It's a Friday night. People are still getting here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we will be live around the world on the Golazo Sports Network, CBS Sports, Paramount Plus, Pluto TV. So if you've got family or friends that are not here tonight, hey, watch for us on CBS Sports tonight. That'll be live at 6:30. Yeah.
Very cool. And we have a great halftime show for you today. Gold Attitude Dance is here.
And we are honoring Milwaukee Wave legend, the late Jimmy Banks. That name's synonymous here in Milwaukee. He's doing great things for our community.
Also, don't forget the nonprofit, the American Cancer Society. Make sure you get your balls for the ball toss and the 50-50 raffle. You can get that outside in the concourse, outside of section 208.
That's right. And speaking of the American Cancer Society, we'll learn a little bit more about them. People deserve a fair and just opportunity to prevent, detect, treat, and survive cancer. Learn more at all the great things the American Cancer Society is doing at cancer.org.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Brad, you ready? Fans, are you ready? Live around the world tonight at 6:30 from Milwaukee, your Milwaukee Wave. We got this, right, Wave fans? Live and next from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena.
I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pick after picture. I'ma get you fired. I know you're always on that night shift, but I can't stand these nights alone. And I don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, you're the boss at home. You don't gotta go to work, but you gotta put in work. You don't gotta go to work.
How far away are we?
Let my body do the work.
All righty, Wave fans, time for tonight's game against the Kansas City Comets and your Milwaukee Wave. Let's meet the visiting team, the Kansas City Comets. He's starting tonight in goal from Brazil. Number 1, Nicolau Neto. A defender from St. Louis starting tonight. Number 4, Mr. Chad Vandegrift. A forward from Kingston, Jamaica. Number 5, Ramon Palmer. A defender from Brazil. Number 6, Eric Pereira. A midfielder also from Brazil. Number 7, Lucas Sosa. A forward from Kenosha. Number 8, Zach Reggett. A midfielder from Costa Mesa, California. Number 16, Henry Ramirez. Starting at midfielder from West Chicago, Illinois, number 17, Leonard Acosta. He's a midfielder from Mexico, number 22, Eduardo Lalo Alonso Alejo. A midfielder from Chile, starting tonight, number 23, Ignacio Nacho Flores. A forward from Brazil, number 26, Rian Marquez. A midfielder from Florida, starting tonight, number 29, Michael Lyons. A defender from Kingston, Jamaica, number 51, Robert Palmer. From Rancho Cucamonga, California, defender number 91, DeBray Holloman. And a goalkeeper from Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 99, Philip Shamadou. Head coach of the Comets is Steven Stokich. He's assisted by Matt Gordon and Kyle Martin.
This is Milwaukee!
Fans, let's meet them, your 7-time champions, Milwaukee Wave. As always, we begin with the Wave mascot, the best in the business, Brad Beach. Let's meet the team. He's starting tonight at midfielder from Whitefish Bay, number 6, Sean Esfeta. He's a forward from Brazil, number 7, Ricardo Carvalho. A forward from Elgin, Illinois, number 9, Derek Huffman. Starting tonight from Aurora, Illinois, number 10, Super Mario Alvarez. He's a defender from Neenah, Wisconsin. Nice right up in the paper, number 12, Stuart Grable. A defender from the United Kingdom, number 14, Alex Bradley. Starting at midfielder from Chicago, number 15, Cesar Correa. A forward from Wauwatosa, number 20, Tony Wall. At forward from Haiti, number 24, Mighty Max Ferdinand. He's a midfielder from Mequon, number 25, Andrew Wiedebach. A midfielder from Milwaukee, number 29, Salvador Nunez. A goalkeeper from Milwaukee, number 31, Antonio Gonzalez. Your starting goalkeeper tonight from Rochester, New York, number 33, William Bonahini. He's a forward from Chicago, number 80, Alex Sanchez. Starting at forward from Sterling Heights, Michigan, number 97, Javier Steinwasser. And starting at forward, the big man from Brazil, number 99, Andre Payne. And now your all-star coaching staff. We begin with athletic trainer Ricardo Vidal. Assistant coach of your Milwaukee Wave is Tenzin Rampa. And head coach of your 7-time champions, Hall of Famer Giuliano Oliviero. Get it loud for your 7-time champion, Milwaukee Wave. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. We've got our first kick. Before we get going here, officials for tonight's match are brought to you by Capelli, the official uniform supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League. All right, let's meet our first kick participants. What's your name?
Liam Reifenberg.
Liam Reifenberg. What is your name, sweetie?
Clara.
All right, Clara. Our first kick with Javi with Salvador. When you're ready, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, kick. All right. We will be live in 5 minutes around the world. CBS Sports, Golazo Network, Paramount Plus, Pluto TV. Are they ready for Brad Beach around the world? I don't know if the world is ready for what Milwaukee is about to bring. Kickoff coming up at 6:30. We'll start off this show, 6:35. Things get going.
Race. Ando siempre contento, mi gente contenta, la vibra en aumento, tú eres la crema, el reglamento, es que baile todo el mundo hasta la mujer del convento, ey, esto lo prendemos, ponte en el foco mami porque no te veo, luce tu sexy, jean, patín, mamá, tu rantan, que te pari y lo rompemos, se prende el barrio a nivel mundial, todo el mundo activo, latino que, yo brillo porque nace para brillar, yo soy la luz, no me puedes apagar, todas las pego si las pego, yo soy mío, estás en fuego, prendan luces, no me despego, ando haciendo el moonwalk por la disco Lego. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 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 Race. Coming through like turbo, rapping with the verbo, break through the barricade, jump over the hurdle. Gotta get over before I get under number one, numero uno, universal, ay. Y'all better follow the leader, never looking back, that's why I can't see ya. Yalla, we say inshallah, I'm gonna live my life, no fear. Ay. Se prende el barrio a nivel mundial, todo el mundo activo, latino que. Yo brillo porque nace para brillar, yo soy la luz, no me puedes apagar. Ay. See me up on the podium, people go wild, pandemonium. I'ma be holding the golden, I told him that I don't wanna wait no more. And I don't wanna be late for the show. And it's about to go down this evening. On God, it's about to blow. So let's go, let's go, let's go. 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 Let's go.
All right. We're 4 minutes away from our live broadcast on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Here's what's going to happen at 6:30. You're going to see our big MASL hype video. It's going to run for about 30 seconds, and when that video runs, then the cameras turn on to you. We need the noise, we need it loud, we need the ruckus, because this is our house, Wave fans. Am I right? We need to show the world. We need to show the world what Milwaukee is all about and the Major Arena Soccer League. So we are 3 minutes away from our broadcast. Live on CBS Sports Golazo. You can watch for free at home on Paramount Plus, on Pluto TV. Here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and UW Milwaukee Panther Arena, home of your 7-time champion, Milwaukee Wave. I'm your public address announcer, Van McNeil. We'll join play-by-play man Tom Wynn and color analyst, Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer in just a moment. But first, we got to talk about these two teams, ladies and gentlemen. They don't like each other very much, and they just happen to be arch rivals in the Major Arena Soccer League, the Milwaukee Wave and the Kansas City Comets. The two teams only had one game between them this season, kicking things off November 26th at Cable Dahmer Arena. Since then, both teams have had their ups and downs, and it has come together in the end for both. Of course, Milwaukee taking care of business in Mexico, but the Kansas City Comets too. While they suffered an 8-game losing streak during the middle of the season, they rallied to get 8 games in a row. They're currently on an 8-game winning streak. The Wave, a regular season record of 15-7-2, suffering a lot of injuries along the way. Meanwhile, the Comets at 14-6-4, a pretty even matchup, don't you think, Wave fans? All right, we're gonna get going here live on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Are we ready, MASL fans? You are in for a treat from home, live from Milwaukee. This is Major Arena Soccer League action on CBS Sports Golazo. We'll be right back.
Late in the evening, lost on the side. I've been sad with you for most of the night, ignoring everybody here. We wish they would disappear, so maybe we could get down now. I don't wanna know if you're getting ahead of the program. I want you to be mine, lady, to hold your body close. Take another step into the no man's land. For the longest time, lady, I need you, darling. Come on, set the tone. If you feel me falling, won't you let me know? Oh, 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 oh. Sing. Love is ablaze, I saw flames from the side of the stage, and the fire brigade comes in a couple of days. Until then, we got nothing to say and nothing to know, but something to drink and maybe something to smoke. Let it go until our roads are changed, singing we found love in a local rave. No, I don't really know what I'm supposed to say, but I can just figure it out and hope and pray. I told her my name, I said it's nice to meet you, then she handed me a bottle of water filled with tequila. I already know she's a keeper, just from this one small act of kindness. I'm in deep. If anybody finds out, I'm meant to drive home, but I drink all of it now. No, sobering up, we just sit on the couch, one thing led to another, now just kiss on my mouth. I need you, darling, come on, set the tone. If you feel
30 seconds back. Tom and Art will be on the call here on CBS Sports Golazo Network. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make noise now. Wave fans, let's go.
And here we go from Panther Arena, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tom Wynn along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer, a.k.a. Game 1 of this semifinal between the Milwaukee Wave and the Kansas City Comets in the 2024 Ron Newman Cup playoffs in the MASL. And this should be a good one.
Yeah, a surprising semifinal as well. You've got Kansas City, the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, and the Milwaukee Wave, the number 4 seed in the conference.
Andre Hain with a turning shot that was just a bit high. There's Nikola Neto, the goalkeeper for Kansas City, throwing out. Lucas Souza with a shot in front, and it's rolled in by Ryan Marquez. And just like that, the Kansas City Comets take the lead 1-0. Didn't take them long, just 43 seconds into the match.
Yeah, the early goal from the Comets, it started with Neto with a long throw out, and then the Wallace score, the ball off the boards to the big man, Ryan Marquez, right there, unmarked right that time. You see Tony Walls, number 20. He lost Marquez in front, and right out of the gate, as you said, Tom, just 43 seconds in, and Kansas City has taken the early lead.
Marquez has his second of the postseason, and Lucas Souza with the assist. And for Souza, he gets his second assist and second point of this playoff season.
Well, Kansas City came in as the hottest team in the league. They won their last 6 regular season games, and then they were the only team out of 4 playoff series to sweep 2-0. And they beat Utica 2-0.
The second-seeded Utica FC from the East Division. Monterey was the number 1 seed in the East coming into the postseason. They were undefeated during the regular campaign, 24-0-0, but the Milwaukee Wave, in a stunning upset, defeated the Flash 2-1, winning the knockout game in Monterey a couple of weeks ago after they had stayed alive by winning game 2. Overtime goal by Derek Huffman, providing the margin of victory for Milwaukee. Wave in black, they go left to right here on the black turf of Panther Arena in downtown Milwaukee. Crowd still rolling in here. Coming in with a shot, Michael Lennis driving it across, and that one almost tipped in. And Kansas City will recycle. Comets under their first-year head coach, Stefan Stokic. He was a longtime player and assistant coach for the Comets. And Milwaukee, of course, under their 10-year mentor, Giuliano Oliviero, longtime player for the Wave, became a player assistant coach, and then took over for the legendary Keith Tozer. After Keith had coached here for 22 years, Keith Tozer, of course, now the commissioner of the Major Arena Soccer League. Glad to have you aboard here on CBS Sports Golazo, and hopefully have a good game and a good series for you. This entire series will be on Golazo, including Monday night's finale at Cable Dahmer Arena in Kansas City, as you see the foul there called on Salvador Nunez.
You mentioned Stefan Stokic, the Kansas City coach. He was an assistant coach for Vladko Andonovski, and some of our viewers might recognize that name, the former U.S. women's national team coach.
Kansas City getting the early chances here so far. They've already cashed in on one, as Ryan Marquez got his second of the postseason from Lucas Souza. Comets coming off that game Monday night in Utica, where they defeated Utica FC to win that series. So a quicker turnaround here for the Comets compared to the Wave, who last played on April 7th when they did the double down in Monterey. Alex Bradley got knocked down, but they play on. As this ball chipped forward, no one there for Milwaukee, and Neto will easily get it. Nicolau Neto in his 5th season out of Columbia College in Missouri. Brazilian native, one of the top keepers in the Major Arena Soccer League. In fact, Art, we've got 2 of the best in the league going at tonight. Neto for Kansas City and Willie Banahene for the Milwaukee Wave. Willie B. Now Marquez trying to get top of the area, forced wide, shot just a bit high. I don't know if Banahene got a finger on that or not.
No, he absolutely did deflect that one over the top as Ryan Marquez with a nice turning shot. Willie B. just got the hands up in time.
Wave has been riding the great play of Willie B. thus far throughout the regular season and the playoffs. Willie B. in his 5th MASL season, his 2nd in Milwaukee. Here comes Mario Alvarez. Works it to the post for Andre Hain. He'll back it up. Ricardo Carvalho, Milwaukee's leading scorer in the playoffs thus far. 3 goals, 3 assists. Derek Huffman is number 2 right behind him with 5 points. Alvarez with it. Mario in his 7th year, 4th in Milwaukee. out of Aurora, Illinois, and Western Illinois University. There's another Illinois native, Cesar Correa from the Chicago area. Cesar, the second-year midfielder, gets bumped down, and we'll have a free kick opportunity here for Milwaukee. Foul is called on Christian Andrejos.
First free kick of the night for either team. These free kicks are really important in indoor soccer. This one's going to be just outside the yellow line. Anything you get further deep inside the yellow line, those become very dangerous opportunities.
Huffman on the ball for Milwaukee. He will drive it in. It's kicked out of there. And the Wave will recycle with the possession. That one crawls up into the Kansas City bench.
I got 3 keys tonight to this game, Tom. One is the goalkeeping. I think whatever goalkeeper outperforms the other, that's going to be a big key. The second one is going to be the special teams, power plays, restarts, whoever wins that battle. And then thirdly is the target production. We already saw some production from Rian Marquez, the Kansas City target player.
Ramon Palmer coming in with a shot after Kansas City took it away on the restart play. Now at midfield, Milwaukee comes back. Here's Alex Sanchez, second-year forward out of Chicago.
Sanchez is a guy 1v1, extremely dangerous. Goes by the nickname Saucy. The Monterey broadcasting crew nicknamed him Saucy back in that last series.
Yeah, he had a good series against them. 4 goals in that playoff series. Excuse me, 1 goal and an assist in that playoff series. Tony Walls, local man out of Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, went to Tosa East High School and UWGB. Sanchez trying to load up for the big left foot shot, and it's blocked away. Now up ahead and coming out is Willie B, as he was caught in no man's land there for a moment.
Bonahene kind of hesitated on that long ball for Ramon Palmer, and he just got there in time.
This is the 13th time in the history of these franchises that they have met in the postseason. In the previous 12 series, Wave has won 7 out of the 12. And this is the first time they're meeting since the 2019 campaign, when Milwaukee took a first-round series from the Comets, beating them in 2 straight. That's when Milwaukee went on to win its first and only Ron Newman Cup.
These 2 franchises have been around for a long time, Tom. I was on the first Kansas City Comet team back in 1981.
Yeah, that was the relocated San Francisco Fog. And we'll have to talk a bit about more of that when we get a chance, AK, because that's a connection, of course, with Ian Joy.
Back in the Golazo studios.
Yeah, his father played for the Fog. All right, Javi Steinwasser.
Well, the Fog only played 1 year of indoor soccer, so Ian's father played that 1 year back in the Cow Palace in San Francisco.
Ian's father, Brian Joy, had 11 goals in 32 appearances that year for the Fog. But, yeah, it didn't go real well record-wise for the Fog. They were just 11-29, and they packed it up and moved it to Kemper Arena in Kansas City. Souza trying to get through, and he's tripped up from behind. Foul going to be called on Cesar Correa. And so Kansas City now with a free kick chance.
Well, it was Souza who made the steal right there in the middle half of the field, and now here's Kansas City's first restart opportunity.
Nacho Flores, their leading goal scorer thus far in the postseason. He's got 5. Flores reloading over there, taken away by Andre Hain. Milwaukee trying to press up on the counterattack. Andre now slowing it up on the possession. That's Sean Esqueda, number 6 for Milwaukee. His nickname is the Squid. He's another local player out of Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, a Milwaukee area suburb. Now Huffman. Derek, the veteran out of Elgin, Illinois. 7th year in the league, 4th with Milwaukee. Back to Correa. Working out high against Leo Acosta. Acosta, a rookie, and he's been an impact player for the Comets this season. Huffman touches it back as Drew Wiedebach tangled up along the near board, but he is able to get it back out for Tony Walls. Comets came away with it momentarily. And now Acosta with it. Leo Acosta, the Chicago native. He's got a few fans up here, but of course the The big entourage, if you will, is for Zach Reggett from Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is only about 25, 30 miles away from downtown Milwaukee. And he's got a big group of fans. He normally brings a pretty good contingent with him. Reggett's review.
Well, as Ian Joy called him the first time around last week, was Zach Regret. And then somebody told him at the end of the first half that it's actually Reggett. But I like that Zach Regret.
Well, there have been too many regrets in Zach's career so far. He's had a great career in the MASL. This is his 6th season overall, his 2nd with Kansas City. This said Kenosha, Wisconsin native who played his college ball at Trinity International University in Deerfield, Illinois, right near Chicago.
That was Reggett that just laid the ball off number 8. He's a big target forward, great left foot. As you said, he's got a big career left in front of him.
Marquez, the goal scorer, tried to slip the shot through. Nice block there by Max Ferdinand. And foul going to be called in Kansas City. Our officials tonight, Rich Grady and Fernando Pena. There you get a look at Marquez as he goes over to the Kansas City bench. KC pressuring, and dangerous pass there, but Milwaukee's still able to keep it. Sanchez now getting lots of pressure and deflects back to Banahene.
Yeah, the Kansas City with that upfield pressure. The Wave now going to throw long and try to avoid playing out of the back.
One of the matchups we're going to take a look at tonight is Max Ferdinand defending Rian Marquez. Max traditionally has been a forward or midfielder, but he's been pressed into duty on the back line because the injury to Marcio Leite for Milwaukee. Turning shot, Alex Bradley, and a good save there by Neto. Well struck by Alex. And Bradley, on the other hand, had been primarily a defender for Milwaukee this year, but he's been moved up front as a forward with Ian Bennett out of the lineup.
Yeah, Coach Giuliano Oliveira moved Alex Bradley up to the target position in that last game against Monterey. Played pretty well, and Giuliano decided he was going to keep Bradley there in this series as well.
Andre Hain going to get called for a foul off the ball. That's his first. Again, for you, those of you not familiar with the MASL, you get 3 personal fouls in each half. On your 4th, that's equal to blue card, which would be a 2-minute power play for the opposition. You're only allowed 5 personal fouls in the entire game. On your 6th, that equals a red card, and you're gone for the rest of the game. So you got to keep track of the personal fouls. Acosta getting some pressure as he will touch it back to Chad Vandergriff. Chad, in his 10th season, first with KC, he played here in Milwaukee for several seasons and was on that championship team back in 2019. Been a Defender of the Year previously in this league, and he's been a great acquisition for Kansas City this year.
Played for the Wave when they won the championship in 2019. But Chad won 2 Defenders of the Year on Kansas City's team, the other one being Berto Palmer.
Berto coming back to KC this year, his 7th year overall playing for the Comets. He had been playing with the Empire Strikers out in California. And Stuart Grable wiped out on the far side. Foul going to be called.
That was on Vandergriff right there. You see him, big number 4 out of St. Louis.
And I believe that will take us to our media timeout. So we'll take a break. 3:49 left to go in the first quarter. Kansas City 1, Milwaukee nothing. You're watching the Ron Newman Cup playoffs on CBS Sports Golazo.
Timeout, ladies and gentlemen. Live on CBS Sports Golazo. Make some noise, Wave fans. We'll be right back live from Milwaukee.
Are you hungry, Wave fans? Get on your feet. It's time for the Teriyaki Madness Lucky Section giveaway. An entire section is going home tonight with a free, delicious, and made-to-order Junior Teriyaki Bowl from Teriyaki Madness. But which section deserves it? Eyes to the video board and show us why your section should win. With locations in Hales Corners, Brookfield, and more, Teriyaki Madness uses fresh, high-quality ingredients. Visit their Milwaukee storefronts or order online at teriyakimadness.com. What section is it going to be? And there's your winning section, section 207. Congratulations.
Your gift keeps on giving. What is this?
Wave fans, we need the noise. We need the noise now. Let's get behind your Milwaukee Wave. Let's go Wave. Number 9, Derek.
To put it in with the free kick in their attacking zone to the right. Wave in the black and yellow uniforms. Here on the black turf of Panther Arena in Milwaukee, Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer, bringing you tonight's action here on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Sanchez crosses over, fires a shot. That one blocked before it got through to the goalkeeper, Neto. He'll track it down. There's Christian Andreos chasing. Andreos, a guy with a very high work rate out on the field. And whistle as, I think it's Berto Palmer, might have taken one there on the side of the head, and they're just making sure he's going to be okay.
Berto has always been among the league leaders in block shots, and he should get credit for 2 or 3 right there, Tom, as that one hit him right in the noggin.
Sanchez definitely put the pace to that ball. Mario Alvarez getting ready to put it in for Milwaukee. Game 1 of this best of 3 series. Game 2 will be Monday nights in Kansas City. If the team split the first 2 games, and we'll have Game 3, which will be a 15-minute knockout game to take place immediately following Game 2. Foul is going to be called right there on Eric Pereira, the Brazilian defender.
Wave got to be careful with the square passes in their own half of the field. That's twice they've almost given it away.
And that one trickles through, picked up by Banahene. Willie B., the Rochester, New York native, firing long. Nacho Flores there to head it away. Flores now the team captain for the Kansas City Comets. Carvalho chasing as Neto launches downfield. Alvarez knocks it back off the end board. Banahene couldn't pick it up. They center shot and a goal.
Boy, that was just a bad pass back there by Alvarez in his own defensive third. We just talked about the near square giveaways. That one was a giveaway off a back pass.
And Nacho Flores puts it away for his team-leading 6th goal of the postseason.
And you see right there, Tom, look at that ball back to Banahene. Willie B couldn't do anything with it, and a defensive attack goal that time for the Comets. There it is again. There's the back pass. Put Banahene in all kinds of trouble. Alvarez had another chance, couldn't get it out, and there's that man, Nacho Flores.
Nacho supreme so far here in the postseason, as he bags his 6th of the postseason. Now has 13 playoff goals in 20 career postseason appearances. During the regular season, Nacho, second leading scorer on the team, 13 goals, 18 assists for 31 points. So Milwaukee falling behind 2-0. They fell behind by this very same score in the first quarter against Monterrey in the previous playoff series, only to rally back and eventually take a 7-5 lead before it went to OT, and Milwaukee ended up losing 8-7 to the Flash in Game 1. So we'll see if the Wave can get back in it here tonight after falling behind 2-0 as a foul is called. But you never want to be in that situation too much where you lose the opener at home and then you have to go on the road and try to win both Game 2 and Game 3 to win the series.
Especially against the hottest team in the league. Kansas City started the season very well, then they lost 8 in a row, and then ended the season by winning 6 in a row, and then the first 2 in the playoffs.
Huffman with a shot that was blocked. Andre Hain will get it now. Andre, another Brazilian native, had a big goal in that series down in Monterrey. Turning left foot shot is up and over, and a goalkeeper distribution coming for Neto and the Comets.
In Game 2 at Utica, Tom, Kansas City didn't start very well defensively, but they really buckled down at halftime, and they've carried that over into the first half of this game. They've gotten 5 behind the ball, making it very difficult for the Wave to find any space in the attacking zone.
This one headed on by Walls. Wiedebach gets back to clear it out. Drew, a local native out of Mequon, Wisconsin, played at Homestead High School and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, whose namesake is on the arena here. Souza chipping one that up high. Reggett had it for a moment, and Bradley got ahead of it. And the wave clears, and now coming in near wing is Carvalho. Ricardo coming in. Ricardo with a shot. Saved by Neto. Did well to come out and cut the ankle.
Tried to go through the 5-hole of Neto that time, Tom.
Foul going to be called on Van de Griff.
Carvalho had a breakaway that time. Not the best angle, but he tried to go right through the legs of Neto, and Neto made a nice save.
So Milwaukee with another free kick in the attacking zone. As again, Derek Huffman will prepare to put it in. Hain lays it off as they work around the perimeter. Alvarez now drives one in, knocked away. Comets doing a good job of blocking shots in front of Nicolau Neto here in the first period. Crowd trying to get into it here a bit in Milwaukee. Alvarez lines one up, drives it wide. He'll track it down back at midfield. Final minute of play here in the first quarter. It's been mostly Kansas City thus far. Little mix up there with Hain and Huffman. Reggett comes up with it for KC. And Huffman able to get it back as the wave continues to probe offensively here late in the first period.
They're probing, but there's not a lot there.
Takeaway by Robert Palmer. Berto, as it says on the back of his shirt. Reggett will dump it long as the clock ticks down. And Flores falling down as he and Carvalho battle for it, and that will do it for the first period. So a good first period for the Comets as they jump out to the 2-0 lead. Goals by Marquez and Flores. We'll take a break, come back with the second period. You're watching the Ron Newman Cup playoffs on the CBS Sports Golazo Network.
And we'll be back to the action live from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. You're watching CBS Sports Golazo. Oh, look out. Pro dance moves. Oh, speaking of the pro dance move. Chair dancing.
Looking for your girl, she on my jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey, party rock is in the house tonight. Woo! Everybody just have a good time. Yeah, and we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go.
Look out. Hi, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Just kick it.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling. fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get mine, don't be mad, now stop. Hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please fill up my cup, don't mess around. We just want to see you shaking up. Now you home with me. You're naked now.
Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sun. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sun. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sun. Put your hands up to the sun. Put your hands up to the sun. Get up, get up, get up.
3, 2, 1, noise! Wave fans, we need the noise!
Just about ready for the second quarter kickoff here from Milwaukee. The Kansas City Comets leading the Milwaukee Wave 2-0. Want to see a game live? Visit Sports Illustrated Tickets for the best tickets to see the MASL action in your favorite arenas. Now with no fees at checkout. And Kendis is the official supplier of the MASL game balls. The MASL is proud to partner with an American company to provide all game balls. Milwaukee in the black and yellow uniforms. They go right to left as we look at the action here in the second period. Going to have a foul called on Salvador Nunez. That's his second personal here in this half.
Obviously a good start for Kansas City offensively with the 2 goals, but what's been very impressive is defensively how they really dug in that first quarter.
Max Ferdinand taken away. Wave actually outshot the Comets 7-4 in the first quarter, but definitely had the better of the chances.
Well, the Wave had a lot of restart opportunities. Not great restart opportunities, but restart opportunities nonetheless. And the way Kansas City's playing defensively, it's going to be imperative for the Wave to get balls off the boards, get numbers into the box, and also their 1v1 players are going to have to step up. Alex Sanchez would be one guy, and Max Ferdinand, who's been in the back, probably got to start taking some people on here going forward.
Remember, you can follow the MASL Ron Newman Cup playoffs on the Golazo Network as
that's going to be a handball on Neto outside the box.
Nicolau Neto going to get called for the handball, which
anytime it's, yeah, go ahead, Tom, sorry.
I'm going to say should result in a shootout here.
Yeah, so fans that are new to the MASL, anytime the goalkeeper touches the ball with his hands outside the penalty area, that results in a 2-minute card. It's an automatic shootout, a 1v1 against the goalkeeper. Neto's got to serve his penalty, and they're going to bring up the backup goalie. And that's Philip Njamadu, number 99. So number 1, Neto, goes in the box, and number 99, Njamadu, comes on to face this shootout.
Njamadu, who played for 10 seconds in the opening series against Utica during the regular campaign, 10 appearances, 4 starts, playing 267 minutes. He was 0-3 with a 7.84 goals against average, trying to stop Max Ferdinand on the shootout. Max will come in from the yellow line while everybody else will start at midfield.
But when you get a penalty shot in hockey, it's just no power play after a penalty shot. But in indoor soccer, if Ferdinand should miss this shootout, it will still be a power play for the Wave.
And you see that Eduardo Alonso going over to the box. He will come out if the penalty expires before the Wave scores, and then Neto would have to wait for a whistle to get back on there. Well, great job by Njamadu to stop Ferdinand on the shootout. Milwaukee will still the power play here.
Stuck that left hand out and made a nice save on Max Ferdinand.
No call as KC will come away with it. There's Andrejos. Again, this guy got a high work rate out there. He is normally all over the place, especially on penalty killing. The Wave so far in the postseason is 2 for 4. They have not allowed any shorthand goals, so they're 50% in the playoffs, only 33% during the regular season. Kansas City has killed off 2 of 3. Excuse me, just 1 of 3. So they're only killing them off at 33%. Hayne turns, knocked down. Andre followed, drove it high. Lays it back, and the shot driven wide by Alvarez gets it back. Now he'll play it for Hain. Pass near wing broken up.
Wave with some good opportunities, but they can't hit the target. First it was Hain with the left foot over the top, and then Alvarez with the right foot wide of Ejimadu.
Max turning, shot stopped by Ejimadu and now sent out of play. And Philip Ejimadu called on with Neto in the penalty box, and he's doing a great job so far. Stopped the shootout by Ferdinand, but he throws this one into the stands, and that's going to give the Wave a top-of-the-arc restart.
Yeah, anytime the ball is played from a team's own defensive third and it goes over the boards, it's a restart, a dangerous restart here from the top of the arc.
So power play restart coming for the Wave. Trying to get one back here and cut this deficit in half. Once again, Huffman will be on the ball. He'll drive it in for a goal. Derek Huffman turns on the light for Milwaukee. It's now 2-1 Kansas City.
Well, Huffman went the direct route that time with a low screamer that beats Phillip. And the problem with a top-of-the-arc restart on the man down is you can only put two in the wall. And let's watch the replay here and see what happens to that Kansas City wall. So you got a two-man wall. Huffman runs up, hits it first time. Yeah, that shot just got right through Ejimadu. Probably a shot that he would save more times than not, but a lot of pace on it that time from number 9, Derek Huffman.
Derek with his third of the postseason, total of 6 points overall, which ties him with Ricardo Carvalho for the team playoff scoring lead. Derek, during the regular season, was number 2 on the Wave scoring chart with a total of 29 points, 20 goals, 9 assists. Marcio Leite led Milwaukee with 38 points. Marcio ended up suffering a knee injury toward the latter part of the season and subsequently had to have surgery and was knocked out for the rest of the year. Here's Tony Walls. Tony trying to find Javi Steinwasser off the inboard, keeping it alive, but the Wave is going to have to recycle outside the zone.
Nicolas Neto back in goal for the Comets after serving that penalty.
So the Wave cashes in on the power play to get back within 1. Alex Bradley, the British native, fires a shot, saved there. Neto, well struck by Bradley, and a good save by Neto. And now Tony Walls, I believe, is going to get called for the foul.
That's going to be a penalty as well on the Wave that time. And Kansas City is going to go on the power play right here.
Let's take a look one more time. You see Michael Lennis coming over for it.
Oh, there was the high foot by Walls. And let's see if Giuliano Oliviero is going to challenge this penalty call. Each team gets one challenge. Giuliano Oliviero, the Wave coach, is challenging that foul.
So we'll have our MASL video review to take a look and see.
It was definitely a dangerous play on Walls. The foot was up high, but I don't think it made any contact with the Kansas City player. So I would think that Giuliano has a pretty good chance of winning this challenge because it's a simple foul, dangerous play. There's no contact with the boot to the head. Had there been contact to the head, it definitely would have been a 2-minute. Watch it again right here. Here comes Walls with the high foot on Lennis. There's the foot up high. Well, keep rolling it. We'll see it right here.
Rich Grady and Fernando Pena, the officials, going over to check it out.
The thing that they might look at, did Walls' hip area make contact with Lennis's head? And that where it could be a 2-minute penalty. Once again, if you take one more look at it here, watch the foot doesn't make it, but then right there, the side of his body, the right side of his body, let's see what they call. And they wave it off.
So a good challenge by Giuliano Oliviero. Giuliano had some pretty good success during the regular season with his challenges.
Well, you only get one, so Milwaukee's out of challenges, and if you're going to use it, you got to make sure you're going to win it, and Giuliano did right there.
So no penalty, just a foul against Tony Walls. And No power play for the Kansas City Comets. Comets still leading it 2-1 with 11:25 left to go in there in the first half.
Yeah, Rich Grady, the veteran referee, you see right there in the corner of your screen. And then Fernando Pena, the other side of the field. I think they thought that his foot made contact with the head. And then after review, they saw that it did not. Oh.
Nacho Flores trying to knock a diagonal ball upfield, and he put it in the stands. So this will give another top-of-the-arc restart to the Wave.
Yeah, and you know what just happened on the last restart from the top of the arc. If I'm the Wave, I'm going right back to that first-time shot.
Of course, that was on the power play. And as you pointed out, Art, now they can put an additional defender in that wall.
Yeah, but I tell you what, goalkeepers do not like shots off the restarts. And if I'm the Wave, I'm driving one right in there.
Little step over, back heel, and the shot saved Neto. Carvalho in a bid to tie it up, and a great save by Neto. Nicolau at 6'4", he's got great range, and he made a nice save there.
Yeah, he stuck out those hands and made a great save at the upper corner. And Carvalho had that one laced right there.
Nice ball there as Carvalho comes up with it. Now he'll play it on the wing. Kansas City getting some men back, though. And really not much that Sanchez could do there.
Sanchez tried to cross over.
Takeaway again. Ferdinand with it. Max moves it across. Here's the shot off the mark.
Good ball that time by Ferdinand, and Sanchez just failed to hit the target.
Steinwasser will get it back. Javi off the inboard in front. And Neto with a lunging effort to punch it out of there.
Much better here by the Wave these last 5 minutes.
Andreos the other way as Tony Walls cuts him off. And then will he be able to pick it up? Bonahene throwing long. Steinwasser. Javi, the Detroit area native, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Played his college ball at the University of Indianapolis. Now in his third season with the Wave. Alvarez back across for Steinwasser. Javi had a brother, younger brother, that was his teammate for the first half of last season. Alex Steinwasser. Looks just like him, but about 4 inches taller than Javi is. Vandegrift able to knock it away from Bradley, comes back out, and the shot right on, but a good save there by Neto. Pace picking up here a little bit as we come toward the midway point of the second period. Glad to have you aboard here on the CBS Golazo Sports Network. Hope you're enjoying these MASL Rod Newman Cup playoffs. We'll have another game for you coming up on Sunday, game 2 of that Western Conference series between San Diego and Chihuahua. How about Chihuahua, the defending champions, with a big 13-7 win over the Sockers last night in Chihuahua?
Well, they have San Diego's number. They beat them twice last year in the playoffs. What was it, 5 times already this year? I think 4 in the regular season and now once in the playoffs.
Savage can win that series with a victory on Sunday night. If San Diego comes back to win, then they would play the 15-minute knockout game after that to decide who wins the series. And then these two teams will get it on again on Monday nights down at the Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri, the home of the Comets for game 2, which will be followed by a knockout game if they split the first two games of the series. Shot by Acosta is blocked.
That was Correa with the block. And I'll say this, Tom, about the Savage having the Sockers number. Even though they do this year, it's going to be awfully hard to go back to San Diego and get a victory.
That's going to be a tough task for sure.
Don't count the Sockers out just yet.
No, no doubt. That one stays in play amazingly. Huffman with it off the inboard. Trying to see if he could get it through for Walls, but good job by the Comets to clear it out.
Yeah, that ball forward by Willie B. Everybody on both teams just was looking up at the rafters. Couldn't believe that one stayed in bounds.
Esqueda might have gotten away with a push there. Erie comes back the other way. Steinwasser moving up with it. Now Bradley. Alex will tee it up and turned away from the post by Neto in traffic as he had Esqueda to deal with there. Flores gets knocked down, but they play on. Officials letting them play here for the most part in the first half. Tony Wall's double teamed.
Which is the way it should be in the playoffs.
And now Vandegrift will clear out to midfield. Chad Vandegrift, the St. Louis native, just said he played with the Wave for several seasons and was a member of the Wave's Ron Newman Cup championship team in the 2019 season, 18-19 season. Nunez coming in, and a good defensive play by Vandegrift to break it up. And now the shot going wide, and we will have our media timeout. 6:40
remains in the first half. It's the Wave 1, the Comets 2, more Milwaukee Wave Soccer is coming up live and next on CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Now it's
Okay, let's go to Doreen. Hi,
now
Doreen.
it's time for birthdays. Wave, it is way more fun to celebrate your birthday here at the Wave game. It's Gianna's 3rd birthday today. Happy birthday. Thank you for sharing your birthday here at the Wave. There's some more other people celebrating their birthday with the Wave too. Let's look and see who else. Happy birthday to Noah. Happy birthday, Sean Amini. Happy birthday, Andy Wilkin, and happy 8th birthday to Ryan. I think we have some groups here tonight as well. Elmbrook United U14, Gold Attitude Dance. Team Port Soccer Club, Jalisco Club Rigimeros.
Noise Wave fans, let's bring it. Here we go. 6:45, quarter 2. Wave 1, Comets.
Comets leading the Milwaukee Wave. Game 1 of this Ron Newman Cup semifinal series, the Eastern Conference Finals. Here from Milwaukee. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And giveaway here as Javi Steinwasser trying to get top of the area. Javi gets tied up and eventually covered up by Neto.
Javi Steinwasser couldn't get the ball out of his feet that time as he had a good opportunity.
Javi gets it back, flicks it on. Too far for Alvarez as DeBray Holloman will track it down for KC. Milwaukee trying to keep the pressure on as Neto with it now. Looking up ahead. Lennis on the far board. Carvalho gets it back from Willie B. Alvarez now trying to help out, but Kansas City pries it away. Sanchez slides over to sweep that pass away. Acosta had it, Carvalho spinning. Ricardo in his first season with Milwaukee. 9th season in the league overall. Nice block there, Ferdinand, to stop the shot from Marquez. Stuart Grable trying to pursue that one, taken away. Look out here. Souza coming in for Kansas City. Fires a shot, save made by Willie B. Good strike by Souza. And a nice save by Bonaheni. Grable with it. Able to get it for Nunez. Well done there by Salvador Nunez, the Milwaukee native in his 2nd season with the Wave, but dispossessed as Comets come in. A lot of back and forth, but not a lot of chances here either way. Here's Cesar Carrera, 4-3 for Milwaukee as they move it up in the zone. Esqueda goes down, turning. Bradley lost the touch as he was going to turn her pass, and Neto has it.
Well, we saw Javier Steinwasser kind of get the ball caught up in his feet. That time it was Alex Sanchez. Had some space there. And while it was all Kansas City in the first quarter, the Wave has kind of flipped the script a little bit here in the second.
Wave has outshot the Comets 7-2 in this period, so they've got a 14-6 edge for the game. This one is going to slowly roll back to Willie B. And now Tony Walls will bring it up. Tony out of Tosa East High School. He was a prep soccer and basketball star there at Tosa East. And went up to UWGB originally as a two-sport athlete, both soccer and basketball. Gave up basketball after his freshman year. Correa trying to get around. Shoots one in, and it's cleared off the line by Robert Palmer.
Yes,
Berto was there.
The former Defender of the Year, right on the spot that time to take a goal away from the Wave.
Marquez, the Brazilian native who played his college ball for one season at Central Methodist University in Missouri. Now in his fourth year with the Comets. Big, strong target forward. Turning shot, he drew a crowd that time. 3 or 4 defenders. He and Andre Haynes still battling for it, and a shot just wide left. As Acosta just misses, he gets it back. Centered on the play, redirected, and Bonahene comes up with it.
That ball almost went off Ferdinand and into his own goal.
Willie B wanted to throw long, didn't have anybody, now plays it off for Wiedebach. Drew brings it up in his 10th season with the Milwaukee Wave.
We're going to be checking back in to the boys at the studio. I'll hold my thought.
Acosta coming forward, shot saved. Bonahene, boy, he was close to the edge of the box.
Yes, he was. We saw Neto get called for a handball. Willie right at the corner of the box.
Flores turning shot is high. And eventually the Wave able to win it. Carvalho, nice little flick across Huffman. Back for Ricardo. He'll get it on the left foot, and a save made by Neto.
Not sure if that was going in, but Neto made sure with the left hand to parry that one away.
He couldn't take any chances.
I was going to say, Tom, we're going to be checking in with the boys at halftime. What do you think Ian Joy is going to be saying in the studio? You know what he's going to be saying. We want some goals. We want some goals, lads.
Well, it's not for lack of going for it in this first half.
We want goals too, but in the playoffs here with these two teams, man, they're locked in defensively.
Huffman with a shot across. Both teams, they've had more chances than belies the score here so far, but the goalkeepers have both been pretty good, and some good work otherwise by the defenders in front of them. Block shots, getting the passing lanes. That shot partially blocked. It went up and over, and that should be a corner kick for Milwaukee with 1:27 left to go.
Well, the Wave has definitely had a big advantage in the number of restart opportunities.
So let's see what they're going to do here. Now this time, Huffman will yield for Max Ferdinand to play it in on the corner kick.
First corner kick tonight for the Wave. They got two lefties, Alex Bradley and Ricardo Carvalho right behind him. Ferdinand will put this ball in play.
And they'll take a time. So Coach Giuliano Oliviero will talk it over. We'll keep it right here. And remind you once again that you can watch the rest of this round of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs right here on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Sunday in San Diego at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be the San Diego Sockers taking on the defending MASL champions, the Chihuahua Celtics. That'll be game 2 at ancient Pechanga Arena. If the Sockers do not win that series, that's going to be their final game at Pechanga Arena. They'll be moving out to the Front Wave Arena in Oceanside, California, North San Diego County, starting next year. And then Monday nights, you can catch the finale of this series between the Wave and the Comets down in Kansas City. That will be a 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern Time start. So so far, Art, we expected a tight contest. We've got one here, and we'll see how the rest of it evolves here.
And you talked about those other playoff series, the San Diego Chihuahua. You know, we had 4 playoffs. 3 of them went to the mini game or the knockout game, a 15-minute game. So fans, if you're going to be watching these upcoming games, we might see a knockout game in potentially both of them.
3 of the first 4 series in the first rounds ended up having the knockout game. All right, they come out of the timeout. We'll see what the Wave coaching staff has drawn up here with Max Ferdinand on the ball. Again, Milwaukee looking to see if they can produce the tying goal with 1:27 left to go in the first half. Ferdinand drives it across. It's broken up. Max, who was knocked out of the first round series with a knee injury, back out there today. Shot a goal! Andre Hayne ties it up. It's 2-2.
Well, there's restart goals, and then there's second chance restart goals. And that time it was a second chance restart goal. So the initial restart was blocked, but the ball never was cleared outside the yellow line. And until it is, as a defending team, you've got to make sure you find your marks. And that time, look at this. They lost to Andre Hayne. You see Nacho Flores back on his own goal line. Neto wasn't able to come up with a save. And the Wave special teams strike right there.
Andre Hayne with his second of the playoffs. Derek Huffman should get the assist. That would be his 4th assist of the postseason. And back to even at 2 apiece. Big goal from Milwaukee to draw even here with 1:18 left to go in the first half.
We talked about target play being one of the keys. Kansas City's winning in that area 1-0. The special teams, the Wave now up 2-0 against the Comets in special team situations.
Reggett turning shot just missed the short side and deflected out of bounds. Boy, Reggett again, anytime he can post up one-on-one, he is very dangerous for the opposition, and he almost converted right there.
That's the second time off Kansas City's kickoff after the Wave have scored where they found Reggett deep, and he's been able to turn to that left foot and just miss.
As we mentioned before, Reggett out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's got a pretty good cheering section up here, cheering him on tonight.
What do you call those people there? The what, Reggett what?
Reggett's Review. That's
Reggett
what
Review.
That's
I thought
what
you were going to call them the Reggett Rowdies.
Well, it might lapse into that as this game goes on. But yeah, you got to love their support. They're usually here very boisterous whenever Reggett comes to town. Kansas City is the 4th different team that he's played for during his career.
Well, the first couple times he played here, the Wave did really well against Zach Reggett, but he's hurt him the last few times here.
Final 18 seconds of the first half. As that one knocked out of bounds.
Look out in the front row.
So Milwaukee will have 15.6 seconds to see if they can produce a chance. Alvarez ready to put it in. Marquez blocks the pass. It comes to Ferdinand. Max, originally from Haiti, grew up in the East Coast, New York, and then Reading, Pennsylvania. And now in his 6th season with the Wave, he had a 5-year tenure with Milwaukee from 2016 through 2020. That will do it for the first half. And a tight one, tied up at 2. Comets getting the 2 goals in the first quarter. Milwaukee coming back with 2 in the second. We're going to hold it right here and get ready to send it down to Van McNeil. He's going to interview, I believe it's going to be the Wave head coach, Giuliano Oliviero. But meanwhile, Art Kramer, great first half. Certainly for the fans here and watching on Golazo. What did you think?
Yeah, we said it. The first quarter was all Comets, second quarter all Wave.
All right, let's send it down to Van McNeil.
All right, down here on the field, the Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital Coach's Corner, Giuliano Oliviero. Boy, what a first half there. a little shell-shocked at the beginning, but we found our way back.
You know what? It's playoff soccer. Kansas City played on Monday. Their game rhythm was better than ours in the beginning, and we haven't played in a couple weeks, and it took us some time, but you're starting to see our legs get under us, and we just need to take our opportunities better, but it's going to be a tough second half. Kansas City's got some dangerous players up front, and on our end, we just got to do a little bit better in the attacking third, but with the fans behind us, I think we'll be good.
Yeah, speaking of attacking players, Andre Hayne with the big goal there. Huff the stuff on fire this year, Derek Huffman.
Yeah, you know what? We went down 2-0. The guys, the bench has been great. No one's got negative, and we just stayed the course and battled our way back into it.
So your message to the guys coming out for the second half?
Hey, it's 0-0 basically, 2-2, same thing. We're tied. We're at home. This is our game.
All right, head coach Julian Oliveira. Thank you, coach. Live from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. This is Major Arena Soccer League action. We're going to check in with Jim Brickley and Ian Joy from the CBS Golazo Network studios. Coming up next, you're watching Major Arena Soccer League action. We'll be right back.
We treat elite athletes exactly like we treat you. Midwest Orthopedic Specialty Hospital.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's primetime dance performance, Gold Attitude Dance Team.
We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. That money, that money, we get it. And if it's about billions, you know that we win it. And if it's that fire, you know that we get it. Yankee Pit, we don't rap it, we live it. Siempre somos los dueños del juego. Billones, billones, empezamos de cero. Esto no para, esto sigue, sigue. Dale, Yankee, dile, dile. Dinero, dinero, ese ha sido el enfoque. Querido en el mundo, llamado en los bloques. Los tres eligen los chavos papotes. Lavando el dinero me hice un bichote. Pure para la calle, lo que tiro es puro. Toda la familia ya estamos seguros. Los tiempos duros no duran para siempre. Lo que dura para siempre son los duros. Girls in the club know the deal when we come around. They show us love cause they know how we put it down. Hey, 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 hey. Nunca le vamos a bajar. Hey. Ten cuidado con el fuego, te va a quemar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar. We making it hot, we making it hot. Dinero y dinero no vamos a parar.
One more time for our primetime dance performers, Gold Attitude Dance Team. Okay, it is time for the Visit Milwaukee midfield shot. We have our contestants here. Xavier from Wisconsin Lutheran College. You're finishing up, what, junior year?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you got 3 shots. Try to get it into that center hole. Think you can do it?
Yes, ma'am. I can do it.
All right, he thinks he can do it. What do you guys think? Cheer him on.
All right, Xavier, whenever you're ready. The first kick. Oh boy,
Okay.
Wait a second,
That's
wait,
okay.
no. Xavier, not between the doors. In that small little hole right in the middle, all right?
Bring it a little bit this
Xavier's
way.
got this, doesn't he, White Pants?
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay. Xavier. You know, this is the 10-year anniversary. Giannis hit this shot 10 years ago when he first came to Milwaukee. You gotta.
It's doable.
In honor.
Just
in honor.
This way a little bit.
Of Giannis. Give it up for Xavier. Here we go.
All right. Here we go. He's taking his sweatshirt off.
Oh, he's getting
flexibility.
serious. From Wisconsin Lutheran College.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Take
for
a
the
deep
win.
breath.
Can he do it? No, he cannot. Give it up for Xavier, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you. Visit Milwaukee. More halftime is coming up live and next from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena.
Okay. All right. Time for Stefan's soccer dribble knockout. We have our 6 contestants.
Let's meet him. What's your name?
Evan.
Evan.
Addison.
Addison.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Crosby.
And
this guy.
Oh, that's Brad Beach. He can't talk. All right.
All right. You guys understand how the game works? All right. So this is an elimination style here. You must knock out each other's ball while protecting your ball, but you have to keep dribbling. Understand? All right. Now you can. All right. Let's see. Let's get this started.
On your marks. Get set. Go. This is the Stefan Soccer dribble knockout game. You gotta get your opponent's soccer ball out of the midfield circle.
Somebody's got to take a chance here, Brad.
Gotta get in there. You gotta take a chance. Who's gonna kick that ball?
There
Hey, Brad
we
Beach
go.
has been eliminated.
Oh.
Brad Beach is out.
Brad Beach is out.
It's
keep
not my fault.
Keep
It's the
going.
kid's
This is
fault.
an elimination. Oh. All right. Now we're down to 4. We are down to 4.
We're gonna close the circle a little bit.
All right.
Get in there. Who's gonna knock that soccer ball out? It better not. Oh,
you gotta
he
keep
took a
dribbling
chance.
yours. Oh.
Hey, he's been eliminated.
We got 2. We're down to 2.
eliminated.
We are down to the final 2.
Half the circle. On that half of the circle. Here we go.
Oh.
What's your name, dude?
Jordan.
Give it up for Jordan, ladies and gentlemen. He's our winner. The Stefan Soccer
Nicely done,
dribble
guys.
knockout game. More halftime coming up live from UW Milwaukee Panther Arena.
Good night, boss.
See ya.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
When you're a business owner, your mind is always on the job.
Anything before I go?
All set.
So is ours. At Frankenmuth Insurance, our independent agents work with you to customize coverage, improve safety, and help prevent losses. Let us take some of the work off your plate. Start a frank conversation with your local agent.
Brought to you by our friends at the American Cancer Society and the Rock Foundation. Time for the nonprofit ball toss. Of all the balls that land in this pool, we'll draw one winner. Launch those balls. Meow. Thank you, PNC Bank, the nonprofit ball toss to benefit the American Cancer Society and the Rock Foundation. 30 seconds to launch those balls. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, sorry, sweetie, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's see if that one makes it. The number of the winning ball is 699. Congratulations and thank you For your participation, the American Cancer Society, the Rock Foundation, and PNC Bank's nonprofit ball toss. More halftime up next, live from Panther Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, we honor a Milwaukee Wave legend and soccer all-star tonight in the late Jimmy Banks. Your attention to the video board, ladies and gentlemen.
My father grew up on the northwest side of Milwaukee. He grew up in the West Lawn community. It wasn't the best developed neighborhood.
In this neighborhood, there was a Salvation Army, and Salvation Army has all sorts of activities, and one of them that they decided to offer was soccer. Jimmy he was attracted to the game.
I think what really drew him to the sport was all the relationships that he built through the sport.
So we have a long history of having started out when we were 15 years of age. We are the only two black guys on our teams, basically. We played against each other, and then he came into the hallway where the East was staying and said, hey, can we trade jerseys? And I was like, yeah, cool. At that time, soccer was a suburban sport, and suburbs during that time was all white families. All the teams were all white, coaches were white, referees are white. You found yourself sort of on an island, if you will, bumping into him with a youth national team setup. It was a similar feeling, and I don't feel as alone. So when I saw Jimmy, as we migrated to the regional team, and we competed against each other, I've got somebody here that I can relate to without even having to talk, without even having to say, hey, do you feel this? Did you experience this? You just kind of know intrinsically that he's gone through the same thing because of the time period.
A time period also synonymous with that great American tradition of the major indoor soccer league, where Jimmy Banks starred for the Milwaukee Wave, lighting up arenas against the likes of the Wichita Wings and the Cleveland Crunch. With play so fierce, it ended up earning him a spot on the 1990 World Cup roster alongside his fellow trailblazer and childhood friend.
USA is a winner, 1-0 here from Trinidad, where the USA is qualified for the World Cup.
G and I did talk about the magnitude of playing in the World Cup. We never talked about the aspects of being the first American-born black guys that played for the USA in a World Cup. None of that stuff ever registers when you're there.
The first time the US played in this competition in 40 long years, and they were drawn in a group against Czechoslovakia, Austria, and the hosts. 3 games, 3 losses, but still a massive moment for men's football in America, and an even bigger one for Jimmy, Dez, and the rest of their US teammates. But for Jimmy, there was only one place he wanted to play.
Let's go. Gee, I mean, he's like Mr. Milwaukee. He played at every level in Milwaukee. He was never going to move from Milwaukee, no matter how much I pleaded with him. Yo, Milwaukee's always going to be there.
Despite all of his accomplishments of him going to the World Cup, playing, and then also being such a great player for the Milwaukee Wave, he still wanted to give back to the community.
Jimmy returned to the Wave after his retirement, and he went on to coach at the college level of the Milwaukee School of Engineering. He also founded the Milwaukee Simbas Soccer Club, a non-profit for underserved communities in his hometown.
1, 2, 3, Simbas!
He was just doing something good for the kids. That's what I remember about Jimmy. He was humble and kind, and we can't overpraise him.
Because soccer has been so good to me, I just wanted to put something back into the sport as far as working with inner city kids, disadvantaged kids, and things like that.
I think about that it was done out of kindness. It was done because he felt there was a need. The remuneration for him wasn't important. People patting him on the back and saying, you are the king. That wasn't important to Jim. What he liked was, as he's looking at these young players from the inner city, he liked the smile on their face and the gleam in their eye because it had given him so much joy.
Jimmy passed away in 2019 at the age of just 54 due to cancer, but his memory continues to set the Milwaukee soccer scene alight.
He wanted to give other people the same opportunities to be able to come out of their community and be able to see the world themselves.
We, the friends of Jimmy Banks, striving to keep his legacy alive. He was Mr. Milwaukee, a legend here back in the day playing for your Milwaukee Wave, and obviously in the 1990 World Cup. His son, Jordan Banks, is here, head coach of MSOE, Mr. Rob Harrington. Jordan keeping, yes, absolutely, absolutely. Give him the round of applause, for sure. I mean, the impact that your dad had, and it was shown in the video there, and everyone was saying it, he could care less about the soccer. It was all about the community. It was all about Milwaukee.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just so nice to see his impact and to even see how many people are here today that I've grown up with, seeing them out here on the field, seeing him coach with them, and also seeing some of the coaches as well. This is a really nice thing to see.
And a nice reception in reminding us that Milwaukee never forgets. I mean, that round of applause from the arena to keep your father's legacy alive here. By the way, congratulations, you recently got engaged?
Oh, yes, absolutely. My fiance Candace over there. I love you, baby.
Congratulations, Jordan, his fiance, Candace. Now, Mr. Harrington, MSOE, I'm sure is all ramped up here in the season and things are going?
Well, we had our season. We got about, I think, 15 or 16 guys here at the game, so they're into it. And we had our season, and I mean, the season's always in some way about Jimmy, finishing and doing what he built.
The impact that he had here in Milwaukee with the Wave went and continued to build that legacy over at MSOE, and you were a good friend of him. Even looking at the clips, you're going back and it's like, oh, he was hesitating. Like, that's a strong bond between you and Jimmy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I knew him for about 20 years, and as a kid, you know, he was the hero. He was the guy we watched, and we were like, this is the man. And I got lucky to meet him when I was older. We worked in the same building, played soccer, tennis together, and eventually I got to coach with him and become his friend and get to know his kids and actually coach a couple of his kids. So
that's amazing. And we continue the legacy. Jordan, quickly, this mural over at Custer is making a difference, no?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it'll be really big. Once it comes up, it'll serve as a nice inspiration for the community. And it's a nice art piece as well, so that'll be really nice.
Find out more at jimmybanksstadium.org. Jordan, thank you very much. Mr. Harrington?
Friends of Jimmy Banks. Look up Friends of Jimmy Banks.
Friends of Jimmy Banks. Let's go Wave. Give it up for the late, great Jimmy Banks. Thank you, Mr. Harrington. Thank you, Jordan. Let's go Wave.
On CBS Sports Golazo Network. Sunday nights in San Diego when Chihuahua and San Diego will square off in Game 2 of that series. And then Monday night in Kansas City when the Wave and the Comets will square off in Game 2 of that series as well. You can catch MASL Monday every Monday night exclusively. Alex Basanowski and Phil Levanko recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Also get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram and MASL Arena on Twitter. All right, here we go, third period action.
Well, let's see if we can get Ian Joy some more goals here.
2-2. Wave out shooting the Comets 20-10 in the first half. Comets in the red and white going right to left as we look at the action. Milwaukee trying to get it out of the zone with pressure from KC. The goal scorers in the first half as that one goes out of play. You had Rian Marquez and Nacho Flores getting the two for KC in the first period. Milwaukee coming back with goals from Derek Huffman and Andre Hain in the second quarter. There's Willie Benahene, the Milwaukee goalkeeper, and he's going to be facing a top-of-the-arc restart here for the Comets.
First top of the arc here for the Comets. We saw the Wave score Huffman earlier in the game.
Little back heel. Reggett shot through is blocked. Looked like Andre Hain got a piece of that for Milwaukee. Up ahead, trying to go on the breakaway is Esqueda. Sean comes in with a shot at a goal! Oh, the Squid puts one past Neto. Milwaukee takes his first lead of the game, 3-2.
It was a counterattack by the Wave off Kansas City's offensive restart. Reggett wanted a handball. The ball got intercepted by that man, Esqueda. He went the length of the field. Thought he went to a bad angle, but Neto didn't do a great job of really cutting the angle off. You see Neto, I thought he was going to take a touch inside, actually took a touch wide, and that shot got just underneath the right leg of Nicolau Neto.
Sean Escueta, the second-year pro out of Whitefish Bay High School, suburb here of Milwaukee, and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, where he played for the Panthers.
And that happens, Tom. You get a deep offensive restart in the other team's zone, and if you're not careful and you don't give cover, that's what can happen.
Escueta getting his first playoff goal this year as Alex Sanchez, with an ambitious effort, drives it high. Escueta had one playoff goal last year in 5 postseason appearances. Also has an assist in this year's playoffs.
We saw the halftime stats. The Wave outshot Kansas City 21-10 in that first half, and they come out firing here to start the second.
Javi Steinwasser will pick up the assist on the Escueta goal 33 seconds into the third period. So a quick goal for the Wave to give them their first lead of the game. Milwaukee now on a 3-goal run since Kansas City took a 2-0 lead to start. Hain with a long shot that's wide. Rebound comes all the way out. Andreos, but a nice sliding tackle by Alvarez to take it away. Grable drives one in off the end board and cleared out by KC. So Milwaukee taking control here in the early going of the third period. Ricardo Cavallo plays it to the middle. Now they play into the corner. Max Ferdinand will track it out of there. Mario Alvarez.
Sorry, Tom. We saw Ferdinand start out as a defender. It looks like Giuliano has moved him up to the target position, number 25, Max Ferdinand.
So we'll have to see who they rotate to the back. Again, you've got Alex Bradley, who's been a defender pretty much most of the season, that has been playing forward here in the last few games. And we see the commissioner of the Major Arena Soccer League, Keith Tozer, dropping by to say hi. Great to see Keith. Of course, he was longtime coach here in Milwaukee, 22 years. My colleague Art Kramer was his assistant coach for many years on the Wave bench. And Keith, along with JP Delacamera, Shep Messing, have done a great job since taking over the leadership of the MASL a few seasons ago.
You think being the commissioner would put a lot of stress on you, man. That guy, Tozer, he looks unbelievable.
Looks like he could still play a few shifts if he had to, huh?
Sure he could kick me a couple times like he used to do. He wouldn't hesitate to whack me a couple times.
Well, he never quite had the mullet like you had, Art, but he had...
he actually did it one time, Tom. You need to check those old pictures.
There's a foul there.
Oh,
wow, Henry Ramirez.
But that advantage should have been allowed to have been played there. The Wave would have had a 2-on-1 going forward.
There's Ramirez, the native of Costa Mesa, California. Henry, now in his 4th season, played his college ball at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, UMKC. Had a big goal for the Comets in the second game of that series in Utica. Sanchez plays it off the wall, but Vandegrift clears out.
You heard Coach Oliviero at halftime. I'll hold my thought here.
Sanchez trying to get past the defender and is taken down. Ramirez again. He's got 2 quick personal fouls here now in the third period.
And that's what Sanchez can do for you, 1v1. We heard Ian Joy talk about him at halftime, that he really likes Sanchez, and he definitely is a guy that can give the defense problems 1v1.
So once again, free kick for the Wave with Huffman on the ball. He'll play it over. Carvalho driving that one over. Ricardo had a big restart goal down in Monterey, game 2. It turned out to be the game winner and forced that knockout game.
And that was the exact play that he scored in Monterey right there. And in that one, Huffman gave him a bouncing ball that he scored on. This one, Huffman put it right on his left foot, and he hit it way over the top.
Ferdinand against Reggett. Max able to win that one, but KC gets it right back. Now Flores Plays one in, knocked away. And he'll reload. Drive one out of the far corner. KC will have to play this one back in for midfield. Wave was scrambling a bit there defensively. And Rich Grady now talking with Michael Lennis, he and Grable. Just one penalty so far in tonight's game. That was against KC. The goalkeeper Neto for a handball in the second period. Wave scored on the subsequent power play. Milwaukee takes away Esqueda. Carvalho sends one to the middle. And it's going to be a foul on Esqueda for running over Neto. Hopefully, Nicolau is going to be okay.
Carvalho tried to slot that ball to the far post, Esqueda, and as you said, he ran over Neto. I was going to say, I thought that Rich Grady, the veteran official, and Fernando Pena did a really nice job in the first half.
Yeah, as we said, Art, seems like they're letting the fellas play, but pretty consistent. I think the players have a pretty good idea what's going to be called and what's not, and good flow to the game so far.
It's like refereeing in every sport, Tom. They get a lot of grief from some of the fans, but in the playoffs, it's been pretty quiet. Referees have done a really nice job.
Neto will send it ahead. Marquez now plays it back out. Lucas Souza. And he drives it up and over. Goalkeeper distribution coming for William Bonahene and the Milwaukee Wave. This is the 28th meeting all time between the Wave and the Comets in the postseason. Milwaukee leads it 15-12. They've taken 12 of the 16 games played in Milwaukee. Kansas City 8-3 on their home turf, and certainly one issue for the Wave going forward in this series is that they have lost their last 7 games at Cable Dahmer Arena.
Well, not only have they lost those amount of games, it's been quite lopsided as well in those contests.
Yeah, maybe only 1 or 2 close ones during that span. KC has really dominated Milwaukee there as of late, as Berto able to screen out to let Neto pick it up. The teams only met once during the regular season. It was the opening game for Kansas City back on November 26th. And KC came away with a resounding 9-3 victory. Reggett with a hat trick, Nacho Flores with a couple of goals also for KC. But very unusual how we had no other subsequent regular season matches between the teams. Typically, these teams will play 4, 5, 6 times a season. But for whatever reason, the schedule came out. That was the only game. So part of the reason why I think there was a lot of excitement about this playoff matchup, as Acosta knocks it out of play, was the fact that the Wave and Comets had only played just that one time in Kansas City early in the season.
Well, the Wave, the Comets, Baltimore, Harrisburg, St. Louis, all were part of the old MISL. They joined the PASL back in 2014. They combined leagues. And before 2014, Kansas City, Milwaukee, Baltimore, just epic matchups in the postseason, year after year. And I know a lot of the fans remember some of those great games, that great rivalry from way back.
There was a time in this Wave Comets rivalry where the teams met 7 consecutive times in the postseason, dating back to the end of the old MISL era, which concluded at the end of the 13-14 season.
Well, and talk about going back years and years, Coach Tozer, who we just mentioned, the commissioner, the Wave coach, Zoran Savic, was Kansas City coach for a while. And those were some great playoff games when those two met.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Comets were known as the Kansas City Attack for a while. This version of the Comets, after the original Kansas City Comets, the MISL, that was a team that relocated from San Francisco. The San Francisco Fog that we talked about Ian Joy's father, Brian, playing for.
And I was on that first Comets team, Tom, the first preseason game.
How about that?
Preseason game. 15,000 people in Kemper Arena against the Memphis Americans. We won that one 5-2. Stan Stamankovic's Memphis Americans, by the way. And yours truly was lucky enough to get a goal in that game against Memphis.
Oh, that's the way to start your career for sure with a new team. And Art Kramer being a St. Louis native, he probably didn't even mind the fact that he was playing in Kansas City then.
No, well, we always used to say there was a lot of people in Kansas City that came from St. Louis, but you didn't meet many that were from Kansas City that lived in St. Louis. A lot of St. Louisans relocated to KC.
They're still talking about that 1985 World Series, aren't they?
Oh, no, they're not in St. Louis, I'll tell you that.
Carvalho comes back to get it.
That's all right. The Cardinals won their fair share of them. That's for sure.
And foul going to be called here. I think Acosta, no, going to go the other way. Ricardo Carvalho going to get called for the foul. There's Ricardo, the veteran out of Bethel University in Indiana. Came from Brazil to go play college ball there, and he has been a permanent fixture here in the U.S. soccer scene since then. Began his MASL career with the Chicago Mustangs back in 2015-16. And he has scored a bunch of goals since then off the inboard in front. Traffic, but knocked away. Kansas City trying to get on the board for the first time since the first period. They scored the first two in tonight's contest. Reggett slides the pass over to DeBray Holloman. DeBray's father, LeBaron Holloman, actually played with the Kansas City team a few years ago.
The Wave defenders doing a really nice job on Zach Reggett. Hasn't gotten a lot of space in the attacking zone.
Vandegrift trying to make the move.
He should have shot with the left foot. He had it right there.
Now Marquez trying to turn. Good double team help as it's knocked off the inboard, and a shot, and it gets through Banahene for a goal. KC has tied it up at 3 apiece.
Uh-oh. Vandegrift with the initial shot. Great save by Banahene, but there was the big man right there on the doorstep to knock in that rebound. Watch it once again. Here's the buildup, and here's the first shot by Vandegrift. Look at that save, and hit off of Marquez, back off of Banahene, and back into his own net.
We'll take a break. Tied up at 3 here in the third period. The Ron Newman Cup playoffs on CBS Sports Golazo.
Congratulations to our Mosh PK winner, Parker Schwark. And now, Wave fans, it is time to show us your muscles. It's the Flex Cam. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I pick to the beat, walking down the street in my new the freak, yeah. This is how I roll, animal print pants out control. It's Red Bull with the big bro, and like Bruce Lee, I got the clout, yeah. Girl, look at that body.
Look at them muscles.
Girl, look at that body.
Look at them muscles. Oh my goodness.
Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out when I walk in the spot. This is what I see. Everybody stops and is staring at me. I got passion in my pants and I ain't afraid to show it. Show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I know it. I'm sexy and I know it. Yeah, when I'm at the mall, security just can't fight them all.
Marciolete! Hey, Mars!
tan my cheeks. This is how I roll. Come on, ladies, it's time to go. We headed to the bar, baby, don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service. Wow.
Nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Girl, look at that body.
All right, we are back. Let's make some noise here, Wave fans. Let's go.
Even 3 apiece. Wave kicking off. Going left to right here in the third period. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer, bringing you this one from Panther Arena in Milwaukee on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. They, for now, have credited that goal to Chad Vandergrift. They're going to say it deflected off the goalkeeper, Bonaheny, and then off the defender, Tony Walls. Marquez, the forward for the Comets, was right there. Here's Regetz with a bike attempt, but he's going to get called for a foul pushing off on the goalkeeper, Willie Bonaheny, before that.
Another close one there. Bonaheny was right near the edge of the penalty area, and he was fortunate that wasn't a handball. You know, that last goal, Tom, if you watch the replay, I think they're going to check it. When they do, they're going to see that it did hit Marquez before it went in.
So Vandergrift would then get credit for the assist.
And there's Stefan Stokic with the challenge, for the challenge whether that was a handball by Bonaheny outside the area.
So we'll have our second video review of the night.
And Stefan Stokic, the Kansas City coach, down there on the bench, he's got a really nice angle to the penalty area from where he stands on the bench. The question's going to be, is the camera angle going to be enough to show that he was outside the area? And that's the problem with these challenges. You don't have 7 or 8 cameras to review with.
MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. And remember, you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook, Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter.
And you watch here on the replay, Tom, the problem with this is the camera angle going to show that Bonaheny's out? And this camera angle, there's no way they're going to be able to say that's outside.
The challenge is not accepted because
So the challenge has been denied. And I think, going to what you said, Art, there really wasn't a good enough angle to see it otherwise. And, of course, that'll be it for challenges for Kansas City. So if something comes up later on in the game, they're not going to be able to challenge it. And you can see Coach Stokic from behind talking with the lead official, Rich Grady. We couldn't see Stefan's face, but I'm assuming he wasn't very happy with the explanation Rich Grady gave to him. Well, they made an announcement that said it was too late to challenge the play, but they did go to the review.
Well, the question would be then, does Coach Stokic get his red challenge flag back?
Milwaukee will put it in with the free kick. That even at 3 apiece. Comets with the only goal of this quarter, for now, credited to Chad Vandergrift at 8:45 unassisted. Nicolau Neto in his 5th season as the primary goalkeeper for the Comets. Good defense there by Cesar Correa in front of Bonaheny. Willie, in his 5th season in the league, 2nd with the Wave, played his first 3 in Harrisburg with the Harrisburg Heat. And he has been a great pickup by the Milwaukee Wave. Badly trying to get the position as he wrestles with Berto Palmer. Nunez able to keep it alive for the Wave. Now Sanchez as he works against Ramon Palmer. No relation. Robert Palmer, number 51, Ramon Palmer, number 5. Both from Kingston, Jamaica, and they both played their college ball for Park University near Kansas City. The Park Pirates, who have produced many players for the Comets over the year, currently with 5 on this roster. Steinwasser with a shot that's blocked.
Berto Palmer with the block once again, number 51.
That pass deflected. Tony Walls gets it. Steinwasser will move it up. Wave might have some numbers as Escueta has it. Sean with 1 goal so far. Actually, he opened up the scoring in the third period with the goal at 33 seconds. So each team has a marker here in the third. Midfield, no call. Here comes Tony Walls. Tony with a 3-on-1, lays it off, passes back, shot and a goal! Tony Walls scores! And the Wave grabs the lead 4-3.
It was the Milwaukee boys that time. Grable to Walls, and the hometown kids make Kansas City pay. You see Walls over to Grable and then right back to Walls on the give and go. Kansas City got caught that time at a numbers disadvantage. It was actually a 4v1, and not a lot Vandergriff could do there as his teammates left him out, hung out to dry there.
Tony Walls, who had 2 goals, 2 assists during the regular season, picks up his first goal of the postseason. Stuart Grable, the native out of Neenah, Wisconsin, which is, I don't know, about 90 minutes north on I-41. He gets the assist. Stewart had scored his first playoff goal in 26 postseason games. So last time out at Monterey.
We'll change that from the Milwaukee boys to the Wisconsin boys.
Now the south side of Wisconsin, fellas. Hooking up for that one. That's a big goal right there. I don't know if the Comets, maybe not a good change. Maybe they thought the whistle was going to blow, but after kind of suspended animation there for a count or two.
Yeah, Vandergriff was once the defender of the year, but not a whole lot. Even a defender of the year is going to be doing one against 4.
So Milwaukee grabs the lead for the second time in this period. Remember, it was tied 2-2 at halftime after Kansas City took a 2-0 lead to start the game. Wiedebach out of the box. There's a good touch back. Now Grable in the middle, 3-on-3. Carvalho. Souza cut him off. And the Wave will recycle the possession. Don't forget, for Monday's game, which you can see right here on CBS Sports Golazo, it'll be Nick Vassos and Eric Bergrud bringing you the play-by-play action, the fine broadcasting team for the Comets.
Comets wanted a 3-line violation that time. Can't pass the ball over 3 lines.
Cesar Correa called for the foul there. Can't pass it over 3 lines through the air.
Correct, right. And Fernando Pena, the referee, was looking right at it. He felt that Willie Bonahene got just to the yellow line that time.
Goalkeepers can throw it 3 lines, but nobody can boot it over 3 lines.
Did you just say boot it? Well done, Tom Wynn.
Riggett trying to turn. He just barely got a piece of that one. And now this one knocked into the stands.
You know, going back to what Giuliano Oliviero said at halftime in his interview was he felt like the 2-week layoff, the Wave wasn't really sharp coming out of the gate. Kansas City was. And you really have seen the Wave has settled down since that sluggish early start. But the Comets still right in this one.
Max Ferdinand trying to work it up the far wall. Now Alex Bradley with it. Alex.
Oh, he had Escueta across the way. He didn't see him.
Neto comes out, leaving the net vacant for a moment. Escueta now turns, looks, and ends up getting it back. So Neto able to dodge a bullet there. Correa working against Ramirez. Good D there by Henry Ramirez to force him against the board. The Wave will cycle it back out at midfield.
Look out.
Taken away. Ramirez trying to get through. Boy, big collision at the line. Hopefully everybody's okay there. Acosta against Wiedebach. They swing it around far side now. Zach Riggett with it. Reggett tied for the Golden Boot during the regular season with 35 goals. He was tied with Marco Fabian for Empire for the league's leading goal scorer. Bradley up ahead as Nunez trying to negotiate with it there, but cut off by Sosa. Sosa turning on the Jets as he works his way upfield.
Well, Zach Reggett should have had an assist right there, but just before that, Tom. Great ball to Lennis at the far post, and he couldn't knock it home.
Tony Wall sends it in. Flick on header from Hayne is just high. Andre gets it back. He's going to try the bite, but off target to the corner. We've seen Andre score a couple of those during his career with Milwaukee.
I felt the arena shake when he hit the ground.
Sanchez can't get past Vandegrift, sends it back out, and that'll do it for the third period. Hang on, fans. We got a good one going here tonight in Milwaukee as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter. It's the Milwaukee Wave 4, the Kansas City Comets 3. You are watching the 2024 Ron Newman Cup playoffs on the CBS Sports Golazo Network.
Hey Milwaukee, hit the lights.
Great moments are born from great opportunity.
You all know what you have to do.
Forget about the crowds, the size of the school, their fancy uniforms.
No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Unleash the fury.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can.
That's still black ice. This is our pond.
That's right. Phoebe's right. We got to take it to these guys.
I want you to get up now.
Unleash the fury.
I want all of you to get up out of your chairs.
The fans are standing up to them. The security guards are standing up to them. The peanut vendors are standing up to them.
And together.
Let's go.
Wave fans, do us a favor. And make some Who wants the ball? Who wants the ball? I can't hear you. Who wants that ball?
For the start of the fourth quarter here from Milwaukee, the Wave leading the Kansas City Comets 4-3, game one of this MASL Ron Newman Cup Eastern Conference playoff final. Wave outscoring the Comets 2-1 in the third period to grab the lead here. Tom went along with the Wave Hall of Famer Art Kramer. LAK, this has turned out to be as tight as we probably expected, and we're coming right down to the wire here tonight.
I was going to say, as expected, with these two franchises, two teams, it always seems to be this way.
Souza almost with a spectacular effort to create a chance there for KC.
And if the past has told us anything or taught us anything, don't go away, because these games normally come down to the final kick of the ball.
That's been a lot of the history between these teams, that's for sure. Marquez cut off by Tony Walls. Pass sent across on the far side. That's Lalo Alonso. Haven't seen too much of him so far here tonight for KC. Young player who's got it back. Steinwasser knocked it away, but he got a little too much of Lalo that time. So the foul called on Javi. And now the free kick coming for Kansas City.
Nacho Flores, their captain, number 23, is the guy that's going to be on the ball. That's going to trigger these restarts. The Wave has done very well defensively so far.
Souza drives one in. Save made by Willie B. Acosta kept it alive on the rebound, cleared out to midfield.
That wasn't an easy save for Bonahene. It was low on the ground, and the big man shuffled over and knocked it away with the right hand.
Willie B will get that one at the edge of the box. Wave was out shooting the Comets 24-13 through 3 periods.
It was 21-10 at the half, so each team with 3 in that third quarter. Wave not looking, passing the ball over their own bench. You know, you see that quite often in this league, Tom. If you're going to play a ball towards your own bench, you got to make sure the player isn't changing, because you get caught with too many men.
Ramon Palmer called for the foul there, right up against the Wave bench. Willie B launching long. Both keepers have been excellent tonight. Bonahene for the Wave, Neto for the Comets. That one knocked down by Willie B. He'll cover it up off the shot from Andreos.
We talked about that being one of the keys, was who was going to win the goalkeeper battle, and you're right. Both goalkeepers have played well. It's pretty much a wash. Talked about target play. Rian Marquez has won that battle for Kansas City, but it's been the restarts that's really been the difference tonight. The Wave with 2 restarts, a power play goal, and then they scored on a counterattack off of Kansas City's restart.
Previous whistle was for a foul on Derek Huffman, number 9 for Milwaukee. Huff has one of the goals tonight for Milwaukee. Andre Hain, Sean Esqueda, and Tony Walls, the others. Marquez, Flores, and Chad Vandegrift with the goals for Kansas City thus far. Wave back in the Eastern Conference Finals since last season when they played Baltimore. They actually ended up hosting both games here because of a scheduling conflict in Baltimore, but the Blast came in and defeated Milwaukee 2 straight to go to the championship series, where they were subsequently defeated by the Chihuahua Savage. Kansas City has not been to the conference finals since the 2022 Ron Newman Cup playoffs, where they lost to the Florida Tropics when Zach Reggett, the man with the ball right there, was one of the key players for the Tropics. Cleared downfield,
Reggett,
and the Comets will reload.
Reggett getting a little frustrated. You could see it on his face, Tom.
Well, he is a relentless player up there. And so Wave has got to try to keep him under wraps. Again, tied with Marco Fabian for the league leadership in goal scoring during the regular season. He and Fabian sharing the golden boots with 35 each. I don't, can you really share golden boots? I guess you get one of each, huh? Bradley across. Carvalho trying to get through, but Flores with a nice job to cut him off. Wave keeping the pressure on, but a little bit too much pressure there, and Nunez is going to be called for the foul.
Well, you can share the boots, I guess, Tom, but not going to do a lot of good with just having one boot. Unless you're in Milwaukee and it's a Friday or Saturday night, then
then you can.
Then one boot will be okay.
Yeah, that should work pretty well. Correa coming out of the back. Now Bradley. Alex will roll one in wide. That one goes past Nunez. Came back out. Correa and Nunez maintain it. Max Bradley.
Max Ferdinand right at the top of the box. Didn't want to pull the trigger there.
It looked like he might have had a chance to shoot, but Max, as we've seen over his career, he's a pass-first guy.
No, and he's a great passer of the ball, no question about it.
One of the greatest in the history of this league, Max Ferdinand, as he has had 189 assists during his regular season career, spanning 172 games. He was the pass master as a member of the Wave a couple of times back in his first stint with Milwaukee, 2015 through 2020. He and Ian Bennett, who Ian out of tonight's lineup due to a knee injury, although we could see him back Sunday in Kansas City. But they formed a spectacular tandem, the IMAX tandem, for 5 years here in Milwaukee. Alvarez drives one a bit wide right. Neto diving out. Wasn't sure if that was going to go wide or not. And that ball is going to run up into the area just to the right of the bench. So Wave will play it back in. Boy, this fourth period is moving along here. Well, they're going to give that kick in now to Kansas City. 9:14 left to go. Very few stops in play here for the first part of this fourth quarter. Difference in the game was the goal by Tony Walls at 11:05 of the third period, his first of the playoffs from Stuart Grable. Again, Kansas City just one goal since they opened the scoring in the first period with a couple.
Well, Walls has really been the man of the match, if you ask me. Not only the go-ahead goal, but defensively, he's been outstanding. Marking Zach Reggett tonight.
Tony has really stepped up in the postseason for the Wave, no question about that. He had a great series defensively against Monterey, and he's been doing it on an ankle that's less than 100% as well. Acosta, outstanding rookie player for the Comets. Now Marquez working against Max. They collapse on him. Ball sent out, shot just wide, left rebound, followed just wide by Marquez. And another ball sent in wide to the corner.
Wave needs to make sure they wrap up Marquez after the initial shot.
Take away Steinwasser. Javi's going to dump and the Wave will change. That's similar to hockey right there. The Wave making sure they got the change in. So Javi dumping it down there so they could do so. Approaching the midway mark of the fourth period.
There's Walls again on Reggett.
That's been a pretty good battle all night. You've also had Max Ferdinand against Marquez quite a bit tonight as well. And the holding foul going to be called against the Wave, Alex Bradley.
Wave's got to be careful. They're starting to get too many restarts away in their own zone.
Flores ready to put it in as they back up the defensive wall. Nacho will take a timeout. So Stefan Stokic now going to plot his strategy. Was 7:25 left to go. So I believe we're going to take our media timeout now, and we will.
It is an official timeout, a team timeout. This is our media timeout with 7:25 remaining. Wave 4, Comets 3. More Wave soccer coming up. Let's check in with Doreen. Doreen, where have you been hiding tonight?
Oh, I'm just over here waiting to do some chicken dance. Come on, Wave fans. It's time for the Chick-fil-A Chicken Dance Fan Cam. You know how to do it. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see you do some chicken dance there, boys.
Other people's kids. How you
Don't be
doing,
shy.
sweetie? Oh, my goodness. What's up, dude?
Here we go.
How about a hand to Wave fans, all of our amazing chicken dancers out there. Thank you, Chick-fil-A Glendale.
As KC prepares to put it in. Driven in by Reggett. Shot blocked, and now Reggett called for a foul coming back. Remember, you can catch MASL Monday every Monday night exclusively on Twitch. Alex Bastadowski joined each week by Phil Levanko to recap the weekend's games and discuss the league's hot topics. Good save there by Neto to prevent Milwaukee from extending its lead.
Kansas City slow on the change once again. We saw it cost them earlier on the go-ahead goal that time as well. Left Andre Hayne wide open.
Vandegrift chipping to midfield. Milwaukee gets it back as Steinwasser chipped it to Alvarez. Now they knock it forward, but KC regains the possession. And again, they're letting them play here tonight. Max coming forward, trying to see if he could find Huffman. Broken up. Nunez tapping it back and getting it back. Also, if you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review. Catch it every Friday on Twitch. Wave keeping the pressure on.
Neto with another foot save. He's made a number of foot saves tonight, Tom. That time it was Ferdinand with the left foot.
Tony Walls now moving it up for the Wave. Good job there by Ramon Palmer to knock that pass down at midfield, and back come the Comets. Acosta drives it just wide of the near post.
Well, a poor change that time by Walls as he left Kansas City. Go ahead 3v2.
In front of the Wave bench, they muck for it there, and eventually Comets win the possession.
5:45. The Wave's got to look to try to get this down to about 2.5 minutes. That's when Kansas City will probably look to pull their goalkeeper. Still about 3 minutes away from that point.
Marquez shot stopped by Banahane, but we're going to have a foul called, I think, on Drew Wiedebach. So another restart opportunity for the Comets coming in their attacking zone.
They're adding up the restart opportunities.
It's just like anything else. If you put in a lot of shots, eventually something's going to score. And if you give a team a lot of restarts, eventually they're going to convert. Flores will yield as the ball driven in, deflected away. Nacho gets it back off the inboard, but Willie B is there to snatch it up before Marquez could possibly try to score. Correa, great job in the middle to win that one. And now he's dumped on the tackle far side.
Let's see what the call's going to be here.
You know, Souza was the one who initiated the contact. Unfortunately, when he slid down, Correa ended up stomping him on the head. And there was nothing Cesar could do. He was airborne at the time. Hopefully Souza's going to be okay. Let's look at it one more time.
Yeah. Fernando, the referee, just said, I got to call something.
Well, foul going to be called on Correa. That's a tough one for him and a tough take for Souza as he got crunched to the play. By the way, fans, don't forget that the MASL Combine will be coming up in San Diego this fall in October. If you think you've got what it takes to be a player in the MASL, check it out at the MASL Combine in San Diego this October. That'd be a nice spot to go to a combine, don't you think, Art?
Yeah, if only I was 25 again.
Reggett trying to get to this one in the corner, cut off by Escueda, and he screens out Reggett, so Willie B could pick it up. Huffman bumped down from behind, foul called against the Comets. All right, we're inside 5 minutes now at 4:34. Eric Pereira was called for the foul there.
Huffman's still down on the turf. Ricardo Vidal, the Wave trainer, comes out to attend to him.
Derek again played through some bumps and bangs this season. Had a disc problem in his neck that was giving him some problems. He had to miss a few games earlier in the season. This time he gets chopped down at the legs. But typical of a lot of the target guys in this league, Art, it's a physical game, and if you're a target guy, you are going to take your share of knocks in this league. And Huffman's a big, strong guy, but yeah, it'll wear and tear your body. You got to really relish the contact, I guess, if you're going to be an effective target player in this league.
Well, the big men are out there playing the targets today. Marquez and Reggett for Kansas City. Andre Hayne on the ball right here, and Huffman for the Wave.
Off the inbound, sliding attempt in the middle by Grable. He hit the frame. Rebound, follow, shot, save, Neto! As he makes the stop on Alvarez. Nicolau Neto again coming up big for KC.
Yeah, both goalkeepers are pretty big guys, and those low shots are the difficult ones, and they've both handled them very well here this evening.
Carvalho will send one out of the corner. Ricardo keeping it alive. Correa, good job to win it.
Wave needs to keep it here.
And the Comets get it back. Hayne almost able to turn with that one at the top of the arc.
And now Kansas City's going to call timeout. Probably look to get their sixth attacker on.
So we'll see if indeed that's what the Comets are going to do with 3:38 left to go in the contest. And the Wave leading 4-3. So it's been a great one here tonight, the opening game of this series, and we expected nothing less, I guess. These two teams battle. The number 3 and 4 seeds in the Eastern Conference, each defeating the higher seeds to get to this point. And either one of these teams, are, no matter who ends up winning this series, is going to give a great account, no doubt, facing either San Diego or Chihuahua in the eventual championship series.
Yeah, the situation we just saw right there, you know, you mentioned Keith Tozer, the commissioner, used to be the Wave coach. I was his assistant coach, and Keith used to tell the guys, you know, you get under 5 minutes, you're not thinking about the end of the game. You want to get it down to 2 minutes and force that team to pull their goalkeeper. The Wave had the ball there, had a great chance to back it out and run clock and force Kansas City to chase, but they gave it right away, and Kansas City is able to now call timeout and get their sixth attacker on probably a minute and a half before the Wave wanted them to.
So we'll have to see who dons the jersey for KC.
Well, they're going to put Neto in right now, probably till they advance the ball up the field. Once they get it into the Wave's attacking zone, then you'll probably see Neto come off.
And I believe it's Berto Palmer that's going to be putting on the 6th attacker jersey. Again, still plenty of time here, 3:38 to go. So still got a lot of time for stuff to happen out on the field.
Yeah, it is Berto. You can see him on the bench. You know, he's got a 6th attacker jersey that actually has his number 51 on it. Most 6th attacker jerseys in this league, it says 6th attacker on the back. Berto has been around this league for, what, 7, 8 years at least in the MASL, maybe longer if he combines a couple leagues. He's got his own 6th attacker jersey with his own number on it. And here we go.
So Neto will come off. And there he is, Berto Palmer on as the 6th attacker. Empty net to the left as we look at it.
And this is a lot of time for the Wave to have to kill this off. They're going to probably need to get an empty net goal to seal this one.
Reggett will move it across. And top of the area. Again, a lot of contact in there. Reggett knocked down by Cesar Correa. Cesar's going to be careful now. I think that might be his 3rd foul. Yeah, that is his 3rd. And again, if you get 4.5, that equals a blue card. And he is a guy they definitely need out there defending against the 6th attacker.
I see Giuliano Oliviero, Tenzin Rampa. They're going to try to get Andre Hain on there for Correa as soon as they can. You cannot give up a power play here.
No, which in essence would turn out to be a super power play against the 6th attacker. Comets being patient. Marquez back out to Flores as they swing it around. Now Reggett.
Look for Giuliano Oliviero to call timeout if Willie Bonahenne, the keeper, gets the ball.
Flores, who scored a goal earlier tonight. He leads the team with 6 in the postseason. Drives it in the redirection from Souza off the mark. Steinwasser trying to clear. Puts it up along the near wall. Correa.
Got to be careful.
Great job to win it. Turns and launches it.
Well, I'm not sure why Correa's not getting off the field. Now he is.
So they are able to get him off the field with the 3 fouls as Andre Hain comes on. Still a minute 45 left to go. Marquez with a pass knocked down, but he gets it back. Crowd trying to inspire the hometown Wave to see if they can hang on here.
Remember, they still have a timeout if Bonahenne gets the ball.
KC with some pretty good firepower out there. Diagonal ball, the header, and a goal. Lucas Souza able to tie it up with a header to the near post, and we're back to even at 4 apiece.
Lucas Souza has done this a couple times this year in big situations, and that's find a head ball at the back post. And watch this time. Here's the ball over the top from Palmer. Souza just sneaks in behind Max Ferdinand. And as Bonahenne jumps up, Souza heads it down and into the back of the net.
Souza with his first goal of the postseason, a 6th attacker goal at 13:50 to put the Comets in front. And now here they come again. 3-on-3. Acosta bumped into the boards, but does not get the call. Of course, Neto, the goalkeeper, came back on the field for KC after they tied it up.
Next goal is going to be the winner here, Tom.
Well, if it doesn't happen here in the next 40 seconds, we would go to golden goal overtime to determine the winner of this contest. Reggett.
And there it
Shot
is.
And a goal. Zach Reggett. Big time conversion there. And Kansas City leads at 5-4.
And there's your Reggett review right there where Zach is celebrating.
What a shot by Reggett.
Well, the Wave had done a great job on him all game long, but you give that man one opportunity on his left foot.
Wave takes a timeout. They will no doubt come back with the extra attacker. What a goal by Zach Reggett to put Kansas City on top 5-4 with just 27.2 seconds remaining. Take a look at it one more time. He was pretty well marked there by Sean Esqueda.
Well, Esqueda got there late, man. If you got to get there and not allow that shot to get through. Because that ball bounced way up high. Reggett was able to get it before it hit the ground, and Esqueda just a tad late.
Reggett with his third goal of the postseason. He also had an assist earlier tonight, so he's got 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points to lead Kansas City in postseason scoring. That was after he rang up 48 points during the regular campaign. As I mentioned before, a league-leading 35 goals a time with Marco Fabian for the Empire Strikers for the league's Golden Boot. Javi Steinwasser will now put on the 6th attacker jersey for Milwaukee. And we'll see if the Wave has a dramatic last goal here.
How many miracles does this team have in it? We saw a miracle in Monterey.
Alvarez touches ahead. Huffman knocked down by Vandergriff. And that should be a foul.
And, well, it's going to be a delay of game 2 on Kansas City. Huffman is still down.
They're going to a review. I think they called for an official review to see if that's a possible blue card.
Yeah, I mean, let's take another look at it right here. That actually was a hot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Might have caught him up high with that elbow.
You know, it was a dangerous play on Alvarez just prior to the ball going into Huffman. But I think what they're going to be looking at is it a 2-minute penalty against the Comets on the foul against Huffman.
So they will take a look at it.
Here it is again, Tom. See right there, that right there is a dangerous play on Alvarez, but then there on Vandegrift.
All this happening with 19.5 seconds left to go.
Take another look. Well, that's a tough one. We're just going to give a simple free kick for the Wave. 19 seconds left.
So Milwaukee's still with a chance.
That's still a good opportunity, no doubt about it.
The attacking zone restart coming with 19.5 seconds left.
Seen the Wave scored 2 goals off the restarts here today. One was a second chance restart, and they're going to need another one right here if they want to tie this one up. It's going to be Carvalho, the lefty, on the ball. Huffman and Andre Hain to his left. And then the 6th attacker, Steinwasser, just steps to his left.
You got Max standing down here by the far post. In it comes, Hain with a touch. And the shot is blocked. Good block there by Andrejos. Went out of bounds, 15.8 seconds left to go. Not as good of a chance now for Milwaukee.
They got to get something on goal here.
Flipped over, sent in, and redirected, and a paw put up by Neto to stop it. Clock ticking down, and the Comets eventually do clear, and this is going to do it. The Kansas City Comets with a big 5-4 comeback victory here in Milwaukee to take game 1 of the series. And there you can see Zach Reggett celebrating with his group of fans from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and a few others that came up to support the Comets. But, well, it was a good game here tonight. We're going to be standing by for a post-game interview on the field with one of our stars of the game. But meanwhile, Art Kramer, just an outstanding game here to showcase for the fans of the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. And a big win for Kansas City.
Yeah, most of them in this league have been outstanding. They've all been going down to the wire. This is another one. We saw the Wave. They lost in overtime to Monterey, and the fans all thought, well, it was a great run. They went to Monterey. They pulled off the miracle. They're going to have to do it again Monday night in Kansas City. And remember, they do have an ace in their pocket, and that's number 26, Ian Bennett. Bennett, who did not play here tonight, bet you're going to see him on Monday night in Kansas City, where historically he has been a real thorn in the side of the Comets.
More hat tricks against Kansas City than any other team he's played against, and Ian is one of the great scorers of all time. Okay, let's send it down to Van McNeil.
All right, live down here on the field, CBS Sports Golazo Network. And the winning team, the Kansas City Comets. I mean, Zach, this rivalry is something else. The fans have traveled well tonight. What a game.
What a game, right? What a game. I think that this is the league wanted to see this matchup. We only got to play them one time this year. It's always respect. It's always a good game. Usually we play them 5-6 times a year, so I think we were both happy with who we're playing with.
Talk about how this team has rallied. An 8-game losing streak in the middle of the season, on the outside looking in, and then you found a way to string now 9 in a row to keep that momentum going. What's the sauce there?
I think it's just things finally coming together, right? We're a younger team. We have a lot of veterans, but we lean on our rookies a lot. So I think it's just collectively things are starting to click, right? It's a little bit of a roller coaster. Of course, you don't want to go through that, but you know, there's ups and downs through every season, and now it's just try and take one game at a time.
All right, congratulations, Zach. We'll let you get over there to the fans. Mr. Zach Reggett and the man of the match for the Kansas City Comets. Now, we're going to get both sides here. We're going to talk. He had his first goal of the season, Mr. Tony Walls. I mean, Tony, what a heartbreaker here today. Can you even put this into words?
No, it's tough, you know, to be up and give up 2 goals in 30 seconds. It's tough, but the beauty of it is we gear up and we get ready to go back in KC. We got 2 games in KC, and we're going to fucking take it to them. Excuse my language.
I mean, Coach has talked about the mentality of leaving your emotions out of it. Keep moving forward. What's going to happen here for game 2?
I mean, I think they got a little lucky here on this one. So, you know, they know we're going to bring it. We're going to bring the mentality. So they're going to have to show up. Pressure's on them at home. And we'll see what happens.
All right, thank you, Tony. Mr. Tony Walls and the man of the match for Milwaukee. On behalf of the entire crew here at UW Milwaukee Panther Arena, my name is Van McNeil. Back up to Tom and Art and CBS Sports Golazo Network. Post-game autograph session. Gain field access via section 214 or 209. Game 2 viewing party Monday night at Lux Golf Bays in Franklin. Doors at 5:35. Game at 6:35.